We were fortunate this morning that Hustle had to play a game at 9:30, so we got to spend a lot of time watching Hustle, learning their breakouts, learning their play type, really studying them, trying to figure out how to play them best. And we really felt that going in that if we played smart paintball, made good solid moves, were conservative, we tried not to be overly aggressive, that we could break down their offense and we could really run it back at them.
Yeah, we expected them, Philly, to come out hard, to be less aggressive than us. We're definitely an aggressive team. And we thought that they were going to be coming out, shooting their lanes, and staying there, and that's exactly what they did. And we couldn't get out and counter them by getting out faster than them. We just couldn't do it, and that really hurt us.
We saw that they had a lot of shooters held up at the beginning. They took very conservative breakouts. We were really hoping that we could line up and shoot back at the shooters, hopefully shove in some dick holes, do some good things there, try to do our best to break it down and get those guys out early so then they have to make fills and they have to fight their way out instead of just going out on the break. Since they held up, we tried to also, after shooting the shooters, push out fast and get angles on them so they'd have to come out to meet us then.
Well, we definitely didn't have enough practice before the event. We're gonna go back
and practice the layout hardcore. We got another month there. Instead of 2 weeks, we got a lot more time now. We were missing a bunch of guys at practice last week, and the week before we didn't practice. It shows. Our first game even we shouldn't have won, and we did, fortunately.
The first half was pretty good. I think the final score was 8-3. I think we were up by 5. It wasn't too bad for the most part. We had really struggled with penalties. We got a penalty for one of our players trash talking after he was shot out. We had some other things like that really hurt us, dumb mistakes. But we felt we were pretty strong going into halftime, but we're a young team, so it takes a lot to keep us motivated coming out of halftime. A lot of our guys have problems. They get things in their head, and it's tough to come back from that.
We're a big heckler team. We heckle people when we're in the pit and they're on our side for the first half. And we get a lot of people call themselves out like that. So we're going to go back to drawing boards, keep our lines how they are, and just practice and practice and practice. And that's the only way you can win. So.
We knew coming out of halftime that since we were up by 5, they were going to have to come get us. That they weren't going to sit back and wait for us any longer. So we figured that we had to play smart defensive paintball, and that's what I was referring to earlier. Coming out of this, they ran the first couple points on us right after the half, and some of our guys really, started to have mental breakdowns. We really started to lose our game there for a point or two, but luckily we got everything turned around and we got back on top. Pretty much played the same game from that point on out till about 5 minutes left in the game when we started, I'm not sure if they got desperate, but we started making some really big, quick moves on them. And we actually, I think, ran 3 or 4 points in like 3 or 4 minutes.